What is up, everybody? Welcome in to some of the Outlast Contenders playoffs. Tonight, the one and only SSG Academy are taking on HUD the Stud and his stack of demons. Pretty special lineup coming out tonight. Sadly, Mr. Bjorn could not make it with us as he is out celebrating the birthday boy himself. Everybody give a huge happy birthday to him in the chat. But right now, we are going to be locking in for some beautiful gameplay. Both of these teams have that reputation. I mean, SSG ACAD, they are the Daystar roster. They never lose. You see at Grand Finals, you see them in it. HUD the Stud, I've seen him around 1,000 times. Always with a good gunner stack. Right now, they are the demons coming out. Let's hope that they're able to rock it in. But let's look at these maps. First up on the poll tonight, we will be kicking it out with Clubhouse, following in with a little bit of Night Haven Labs action. Chalet to back it up. Now, all these maps tend to fit the form of a good styled push controls it. If you're on defense, though, what all these maps have in common is good lurk path, good roam path. I got a feeling the defenses need to keep some hard control of everybody off site. Make sure you guys can roam around, keep freely moving. For the attacks, just deploy gadgets, keep the drones up, keep the mentals up. The rounds aren't over till they're over, and get some flank watch. We know it. We see SSG ACAD all the time, bringing it in with a backstab. That's the Daystar guys. I don't know what to call them. I'm just going to call them the SSG boys. Coming in with those backstab plays. Archive Demons, I mean, HUD the Stud. All these dudes rocking with some good KDs. And we're waiting on them to ready up as the teams are now in. Clubhouse, ladies and gentlemen, is a starter map. This is usually what you reserve towards the end of your best of fives. Your sort of end of night maps. Something that you can keep an easy, basic setup. Something you know how to push, how to play. Clubhouse is the cookie cutter form, while everybody loves it. Night Haven Labs, though, it sort of broke a lot of the molds that we've seen with the game. It held hard to defense, yes, it played that normally. But I want to say, it is one of the biggest maps that benefited from the defensive change of no ACAD. Sure, that happened a while ago, but it plays just great for that style. You know, it gives some good defensive angles. It gives the attack an advantage. It was a good mold breaker map from the old style of Siege into the modern day, take the fight head on style that just makes it so much more entertaining. And then Chalet, we're back to old reliable, the classic. Everybody loves her. And I mean, it's hard not to. It's such a good map. It's a good understanding, free flowing, easy to play. I love it. Let me just let them know that the caster is ready to rock. And we'll be jumping in here soon. Oh, man. We're looking at a lot of the top champs right now, by the way. I've read everybody's, pretty much, I mean, within top 500s. We have a couple guys on the SSG roster who aren't quite there as, well, they've been doing a lot of scrimming, but I'm seeing some top 13, a top 58 on the side of HUD's a Stud. That just kind of tells you, expect the heavy gunplay, heavy push out, and just gun control. That's what it's all going to come down to. Your flanks are going to be decent. Your routes are going to be decent. But the gunplay is what matters here. And we have the heavy hitter of Kaysen. Yes, that Kaysen. The Kaysen Statham coming out here to hopefully drop some heavy frags. But not only to mention him, we have Soapy and Scary. Two of the guys who followed him over from that Daystar stack. They are known as a tandem, a great duo. And as we rock here in the Clubhouse, let's look at our map. As the bands roll through, we've seen Ace and Bandit gone. I mean, we're kind of looking at the basics here, guys. Bandit, he's great for that wall denial. Ace, the best breacher in the game. Ask around. Go ask your grandma. She'll tell you Ace is the best. Following it with the Thermite and Mira bands as well. Honestly, I like all of this. Bandit is great. Mira is great. Two of the best defenders for trying to make sure you can hold control of a site. But seeing Archive Demons ban them out for their attacks coming through club, it's kind of smart. You give yourself all the advantage you can. But losing your Thermite and your Ace just makes it a little bit more challenging to, well, make any sort of well-maintained or solid push through. Already, though, walls being ripped open, reinforced, pickle box. This man is the only one not rocking that SSG tag. Playing around. And we may have to take a short intermission here. Even though we just started, it looks like, yeah, we will be rehosting in the first couple seconds of this match. It looks like they may be going for a team kill. Get him, Pickle Box, get him! The 1v1 tournaments are on! No, it ended! No! No! I thought we were going to have the 1v1 set up, but we don't. Oh, man. Well, already off to a great start for Siege, ain't it? Love the game. It works pretty well most of the time. 50%. It works well sometimes. But there's a reason we're all here. It's just a good, smooth playing, fun playing game. So, yeah, we just started. We're already into the rehost. Let me just leave the lobby real quick. Wait for it to fully leave for me. I'm not even putting you guys to a break screen. It ain't worth doing. You're going to miss too much good stuff anyway. Ubisoft Connect. Let me go in. I may have to restart my game. Let me try and go into a quick and then immediately cancel. Or did we just lose servers? Yep, I'm going to have to restart my game. Yep, see, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we mean. This is the issue with a live service or a live play game. Y'all are going to sit here with me while we do this rehost. Resetting my game real quick. Stuck in the old lobby. Let them know so they don't get bored or question where I'm at. But chat, how you guys doing tonight? And again, please give a big shout out to Mr. Bjorn. Today is this man's birthday. Hope he's enjoying it. Hope he's having a good one. Was hoping to maybe unveil our special project we've been working on together, but so far we're gonna have to delay that one off till we get another game. Hopefully another SSG ACAD game, because you know he loves y'all. I love y'all. Although, if Archive Demons, Mr. Hud the Stud wants to bring us in, I'd be just as happy for that. Or really anybody. Y'all out there, just send me a DM on Discord. You know who I am. Send me something on TikTok. Just send me something to talk to me. We can get you in the games right away. Alright, is this thing ever going to load? Alright, yeah. Quick break, I'm thinking, because it does not appear to be working yet. Be right back. Alright guys, we're going to be having a special rendition of Happy Birthday sung by SSG. Yep, when you're ready.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
His name's Bjorn.
Happy birthday to you. Bruh, I can't do that shit in Spanish. You got that vibe, poet.
Pickle, I cannot hear you. Alright, there we go. Had to get the happy birthday message out there for Bjorn from the SSG
Castro, you
team.
ready?
I was born ready. Actually 3 months early, but still ready. And in we go to Clubhouse, finally. I'm not going to play the intro script, y'all already seen that. But hopefully this time we can get some good things happening. Maybe get a redo on that ban phase. No, they remembered them. Wow, most people tend to not do that. Either way, like I said, good ban. Starting out with the basement setup again. Bringing Kaysen in on that Valkyrie. Scary on Denari. Retro Jaeger and Soapy Warden. I really like that smoke pick, though, by Pickle. Kind of underrated, kind of a W setup. And hopefully he's going to be the one doing a lot of this site work down here. We do have Retro building up some walls. Those Jaeger ADSs will definitely become a massive factor for this kind of late game play. Something good to keep the grenades from raining into sight. Pickle box setting up good old rotaties. You gotta love them. What's a good utility player for, you know? They're some of the key components of any successful team. What I'm interested, though, is these Denari setups from Scary. We've seen quite a few of them throughout, you know, many days since this operator came out. Always some intricate, tricky ones here and there. And this one, honestly, looks like it's going to be kind of tame, but hidden by the barbed wire on a stairway. It'll be enough for a sound cue, some damage, and just overall an annoyance for any attacker who decides to push him. But I want to watch now here. We got Vippo on the Blackbeard. Hopefully a fast rush to come from him. Reppers on the Ram. Boy Kissa is playing as the Thatcher. Oast is playing as your Hibana. And then Hud the Stud over here on Capital. Already making his way through Strip. Hopefully going to make a quick attacker push now. I mean, that's kind of how you have to do it. Catch SSG off guard. Maybe they're still setting up. Maybe they're just chilling. Maybe they're just vibing. Either way, Retro is the point of contact up here. Scary's still out in escape tunnel hanging out. Maybe Retro makes his play. I mean, he's got good setup. He hears the DMR ringing out from Boy Kissa. You know that they're nearby. You have the better weapon. Make the swing. Make the play. It's in Retro's hands now. But that Blackbeard, man, if they know about him, they're going to be a little bit scared. It sounds like they may be getting open those hatches already. Something early into Moto. But the round's ringing up from our defenders down there. There's a C4 from Kaysen to open things up. And Picklebox playing aggressive on his stairs. No safe exit here. Being droned out. The fire canister is there to hurt him. But Pickle may be able just to stay alive. Incoming grenade, but not enough to land. Smokes out. Retro to find Reppers. And there is so far no way push around to try and help this guy or hurt these guys and help Picklebox out. Instead, we watch Retro drop himself back to site, playing safe, playing smart. Vippo rotating now for that Moto hatch. Hud's a Stud gonna be taking that back control, and then Aost still chilling Stockroom, hoping and waiting that somebody maybe comes for the push that way. It's a full rotate around for these attackers now, trying to maybe clear out that blue side. I mean, that looks like it might be a solid push, except you gotta then look where everybody else is standing and waiting with Soapy, Scary, and Retro all in line. There goes Aos with a great pick onto Retro. Here comes Blackbeard making his way down through that blue hole, though. Oil pit is usually a death pit. The Capital smokes and fires are good for this style of push, though. Smoke him and fight him. There's that little bit of damage we talked about with the Denari. Aos still creeping up, and HUD with a hot drop straight in for Soapy, who pulls two. Vapoa for Scary. Will Soapy avenge his duo? Trying to get the quick peek on him. C4 ripped. Out it goes. Blackbeard down. Soapy with a 3K to end it. Fast-paced action is the key for every game. And right now, I mean, Archives did slow it down. They had a okay push, and then they just kind of backed off. Needed to pick it up just a little bit. Foot on the throttle, you know, less for the brakes. Soapy, though, just making the killer plays, man. A 3K to rip off the start of the game. Bandage gone. Time for some pain.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Moving it now into this middle or upstairs hold for the bedroom gym equipment side. I like it. I love it. And I want some more of it. Good setups here. Good play style so far from them. Balancing and pulling off of one another. We did have a little bit of a scary moment with Pickle Box as he was chilling on those main stairs. I thought for sure they were going to utility dump for that kill. Instead, he managed to, you know, just get out of there. Walk away with a little bit of damage out. Smart play from a smoke. Now, extension is coming over here for the CCTV cache side. The Kaid is still on board. That is usually a mistake if you leave Kaid up. Sure, Mira is a great ban. Bandit is a great ban. But you got to find a balance to either getting rid of the both electrical or have to suffer the wrath of one or the other. Scary now setting up for the top garage on the Azami. This is a hard push for any attacker. But we do see Hudson Stud rocking the meta setup, shotgun, Belo Tech, and an SM or the machine pistol in hand. Ooh, DMRs, we cannot watch those. I believe those may be a bug. I don't know. They used to be a little while ago. I haven't heard an update since, but there has been some game updates. So heck, who knows? Maybe they do. You can watch them now. Either way, I'd rather not take my chances. We see Reppers getting ready, or Reapers setting up for a quick play now. There's the hard breach in for the Yang. Drones hopefully gonna be able to go through, find, and make sure this is clear. But what they gotta be scared of, where is Soapy? He is just in the basement doing his thing. Drone's coming up. He sees his floor is clear. Will Reapers go for the fast play? I mean, that's kind of, you know, what you're expecting here. Seeing the Amaru in through window, dives in, rushing up, straight in, missing the shot, and there goes Kaysen as they whiff a little bit to one another, but Retro is able to hit the refrag. Vipero is down to Scary. HUD's a stud eating massive damage out here on this balcony, but Picklebox is down. Soapy to one tap. The DMR is going nuts from Boykissa as he is able to find Picklebox. Down goes your Valkyrie, who I believe still had utility in pocket. Aost and Boy still just waiting and baiting, seeing what they can pull. But the execute may have already surpassed them. They didn't get that whole team fight in. They lost some bodies, picked some bodies, but didn't get everybody down in one rush. Which, as an attack, I mean, that's usually your main goal in concept, is just damage, damage, damage. There's Aost to find a sneaky Soapy pick. Retro last up with Scary on him. We have Boykissa and Aost. Those 2v2 situations are where the clutch mentality has got to come into play. What will they do? Well, making the smart plays of, hey, we have drones and we have a minute to execute here. Let's see where everybody's at. Maybe get a stealthy, free, easy setup. Just bait them over, use your body, create some sound. But these attackers are a little bit spread thin as Aost is just now coming up into secret tunnel. Boykissa is at least making the smart play to rotate to his teammate. However, this construction window is about to get hot, I think. There goes your Azami barricade. Now, what will Azami do? Well, run back and retreat, leaving Retro into the aggressive position. Slug Shotty going out, singing Aost, takes him. Boykissa, though, to find it. And it is Scary into the 1v2. 10 seconds left. Execute has got to come now. Boykissa trying to provide coverage. Aost moving forward, but Scary's there. Finding one pick, almost two. Just hold out for time, hold out for time. 1 second left, and it is yours for the defense. As SSG Academy puts another one up now to 2-0. Like I said, whenever you're playing Siege, it will come down to grandfather time as that sixth man for the defense. And you don't realize how important it is until you're racing the clock in a clutch situation and 10 seconds left to try and collapse on one guy. Your buddy gets picked, and then where are you? If you're not right there for the refrag, you may not have enough to pull it out. Now going to CCTV cache setup. Hopefully we see a good, strong extension play again. However, a lot of teams do prefer the bunker method. I don't know how these guys want to do it, as I've seen them pull them both, and right now it looks like Retro is setting up the extension already. No, he's not. He's hiding the Kaid. That way they can trick the wall later. Make them think it's a Vigil. Make them think it's a Cav. We've seen this team pull Cavs out before whenever they're having some fun. I don't hate it. I don't know if I love it. But you know what? If you can just keep that Kaid and get the trick going later, you may be able to trick somebody into swapping off, like getting rid of that Thatcher. Make it so they don't think to bring the EMPs. However, Boykissa seems to be enjoying that DMR. Enjoying the utility that he brings. So you know he's not going to hot swap off anytime soon. They have a hard breach set up on Aost, as well as some can openers on Vipoa and Hudza Stud. No walls are safe, especially with the EMPs of Reapas and Boykissa. I mean, you may be able to get some of these Kaid tricks off, but maybe not all. Picklebox being our main man of aggression here for Garage, hopefully able to keep his life and hold it hard. Wall is being currently tuber out tricked. There goes another one. Just waiting on the hard breaches. This is the game of cat and mouse that you play whenever you bring a Tuberow and Kaid. It is just what is going to happen. That wall is going to explode open though. 3 tin can openers on it. Hopefully the Kaid is able to pull his trick out soon. Monty is sitting full extend, just waiting for Pickles. And this attack team, make the rotate. Start opening up those garage walls. Here they come. Main wall now open for the double holes. They somehow managed to get rid of one. And now they have some garage control. With that coming open down below, it opens Pickle up to a world of hate. However, Kaysen does have stage control, does have the ability to play. SSG coined the term originally back in the OG days to play usually down where he's at, or in that lobby area. We've seen the castle extension there, known as SSG, many, many moons ago. And, I mean, we didn't see their ACAD team abuse that setup yet. However, Capital is flaming Pickle out. He feeds himself into Eos, giving that Monty now full control to run up. However, Retro is there to find a good fry down on one. It's going to be a battle of contention for this wall. Kaysen down an oil pit, has rounds ripping over at him. He was droned out, knew it. As you can see, he immediately taps that drone. Now Scary, hopefully, going to be making some plays for the team. Move down, start opening things up. Soapy's still chilling on red stairs. These guys have got to maintain and hold some control. Hudza Stud holding back Garage, sprinting up to get on his Monty's back. Monty moving as the human shield goes up for the plant. And where's Kaysen? He's not quite in position yet to deny. He does have that C4 in pocket. However, Capital is down nearby, but Scary's going to go to try and hold him. Vipoa going for plant. Live ping on. C4 up. Good night, Monty. They lose the planter. Scary finds another one with a C4. Kaysen with a pixel angle. And now it's just down to HUD into the 1v4 against the ACAD roster. What can they pull out of this? Well, a headshot onto Scary. A quick one at that, and 10 seconds left. Start backing the team off instead. We see everybody starting to take up defensive positions, and Kaysen through the floor to end the round. High-level IQ execution from that defensive team there. Gotta take a drink. Because, my God, am I thirsty. Casting like this is going to kill my throat, but man, this game has just been nothing short of absolutely insane. Oh, hey, Double Shot is still doing some LCQs right now. In case you guys are here watching me, I mean, congratulations, thank you for coming out, thank you for supporting the smaller teams and these guys. What the heck are you doing? The Double Shot is live. Like, the LCQs.
Attackers need to locate and
Yeah, those are some high-level plays. I mean, these guys are what builds into those players. These guys can usually beat some of those players. So thank you for coming to support them. You are watching the next generation of Pro League, I think. At least that's what we're going to call it, because that's how these guys are playing, like it is all on the line. Their tickets to T1 could be punched. Let's see, what kind of extension do we have? Well, we have Picklebox playing as the Mute, currently all the way up in 3rd floor, setting up the jammers to support the roam game up there. We've got a Kaysen up here as well on the Kaid, setting up, support the roam game, build some walls, do some destruction. Just make it so that they have to push through you to even take the vertical. In this map, the way they're playing this site, it will determine how HUD and his team can attack. If HUD and his team are thinking it's a hard dirt push, get in there and be quick. However, that might not be the first thing on their mind, as the standard procedure is a top-down clear. And all the drone work is happening. They're starting to figure out this defense a little bit. However, Pickle and Soapy are going to be our two heavy roamers. And we do have Scary, who's chilling, waiting in Secret Tunnel. And ooh, using that so he can go on his drone, give himself a sound cue when they decide to push. Retro and Kaysen to chill downstairs on site. The execute is going to be coming up. We do see HUD on the blitz, making the push around, taking the gym with Boy Kissa on him. Vipoa is already down in the West Hall, taking that strip side fast, playing the cutoff route. That's something you like to see, is a smart team that'll play a cutoff. A lot of teams, they just say we're taking space and start pulling through it. You need somewhere to watch and wait for these defenders to flush down. Soapy, the main point of aggression up here to hold for cash room. And what's that we see from Boy Kissa? Well, that's them just ripping open the vertical. Gives them a nice cheeky angle once they start opening up the floors. However, HUD the stud is in, sees the Goyo, sees the spot where we know Pickle is playing. And I mean, really, Pickle's the one who needs to move up and help take this engagement a little bit. That is a smoke grenade going over to cover him. Soapy managing to barely get out. Reapa's taken Scary. Soapy, the tandem are down. But there's Scary with a good pick there on a Reapa's with that fire. Picklebox manages to get out of there with his life. And Retro now dropping back to site. HUD's a stud, took massive damage from that engagement though. And a blitz is just not that good. At low HP. Don't get me wrong, a shield is always going to be scary though when you're cramming it down your throat and pushing through your defense. Reapa's absolutely not happy with the way he died. And AO's going to be ripping these hatches now, making it so that they can push through and get the attack going. They do manage to get the Moto side. And I believe they also just got storage, now setting up for the main hatch drop. 3v4, the life advantage is in the favor right now of Archive Demons. The Demon stack got to pull it out and get this one going as there's 10 seconds left. Expect a hot drop here. Maybe not enough time. Hatch will not come open for HUD's a stud. He's now no longer able to go help his team. Not able to get the fuse quick planted. And there is Kaysen to find one down to AOS. But Retro and his teammate, Pickle, just holding their lives. A second round one denied off of time. And right now, SSG is doing everything in their power to keep buying time. As much as you might have thought that upstairs defense has failed earlier, you know, where we had those guys beginning around, going and playing up there, it worked. Picklebox and I believe it was Soapy bought enough time off that little bit of a roam. Sure, they lost a body, but they got a pick from it. They lost Scary downstairs, but they dealt so much damage there to that blitz. And we're able just to get out to safety as needed.
Attackers need to locate and defuse it.
Now we see another gym bedroom. They won that clean 3-0 sweep, but if you ask Mr. Zek Vetzel about how to play a defense right, you get that first clean 3 sweep, and you then know, just run it back. Change the setups a touch, but run it back. Because you may be able to get yourself a 6-0 lead without even knowing it. A 4-2 is a definite, or at least the preferred right now. But a 6-0 is still on the tables. Archive Demons have been doing absolutely wonderful, though killing a lot. It is all coming down to just these last couple of second plays. Coming down to these last minute pushes where they're even losing bodies or just losing the grandfather time.
You got a plan for this one, Viper Strike? Always do. Just
And already, Soapy's going down for maybe a roam here. Something, again, we commented earlier on. You need to see some hard roams. Need to see some quick plays. Soapy managing to make his way down into basement, which could just accentuate this roam a little bit. We do have Picklebox playing over in construction. Retro, sorry, all the way over in CCTV room, trying to maybe play against this Maverick who is on board. What I'm liking, though, is Reapa's already coming up through garage with the Blackbeard. They surrender garage control almost too easily for having the Azami, but that may come back and bite them as well. Where's Soapy? Right behind you. And Aost is burning his way through. Makes a wall walkable for himself. Reapa's is in position. Vipoa and Hudza Stud both in garage. The aggression is coming now as Reapa's goes up, moves forward, takes the first fight there against the zombie. No damage traded. Didn't get rid of that zombie barricade either. It may have been a bad idea for SSG here. Just backing off so quick. Retro eats a ton of damage as he backs his way into Logi. Down to 1 HP is never a good thing, but it's a one headshot game and anything can change. But man, it hurts to throw your throw that much HP without even getting a lick onto the enemy team. Picklebox is covering those holes, but there's Reapa's already making the aggression forward. The drone work from Demons this round has been absolutely stellar, as we see tons of flashbangs coming out. The utility usage is on point. Reapa's trying to take some control here, but what they need to be scared of, where is Soapy? Live pings are on him. That's a thing. We're 5 up and we're still watching our drones for our team. It's collapsing in. There he goes. Casey was able to find Boy Kisser, though, from Logi. And now, well, he's out of canisters. And who does he have right in front of him? The Blackbeard. Retro finds Aost. C4's nobody has one. And Retro still now just watching and waiting, hoping someone decides to try and get aggressive and push him. And Reapa's now repositioning. There's the fire to try and burn him out. He will go down to that first bolt. There's Kaysen getting aggressive up on a Reapa. Scary gonna still be holding. Scary finds Vipoa. Reapa's eats some damage. Scary has the position here. Hud's a stud going for plant. But there's Kaysen, able to run up over, go for the denial, spraying into the smoke, kills his own teammate and gets away with it. I don't know what the thought process was there, but he jumps out, kills Hud's a stud on the jump out. And now, it's just a 1v1 against your Blackbeard, which Kaysen wins. He wins it. And now, the diffuser. SSG Academy just puts on a performance. Kaysen with the clutch jeans. I gotta type on that one. Wow. Holy crap. That's why you see him rocking the SSG tag now, that's for sure. Plays like that, buddy, you're gonna be PL in no time. What a clutch. Oh. My brain is just fried after that one. The way that played out was just nuts. My instant replayer is not working at the current second. I will communicate when it starts again, I guess. That was a play and a half. That's gonna be on TikTok later, Kaysen. If you want it, you know where to find it. Happy birthday, Bjorn. That one was for you, I guess. His SSG Academy up 5-0 on Hudza Stud and his Demon stack. Looks like the Angels are coming in and giving you guys just a little bit of an exorcism as SSG Academy is putting on a performance tonight. Retro using those Kaid claws to make sure they can't get down below. However, they now have nothing for main wall. Maybe the goal is let them have main wall, but to defend that lower part of that garage, which is not a bad idea. You need to take bottom garage realistically to easily be able to pull up top. Not to mention you do have Scary, who's playing as your tuber owl. And that is your main wall taken open. As Scary is just a little bit late on the tuber owl trick. And I think when he threw it, it went out the window. I could be wrong here, but I got a feeling we're going to see a tuber owl gadget somewhere out this direction. Hud's a stud once again rocking the Belotech shotgun. Reapa's going to be helping out with Boy Kissa, getting these garage walls open. Pre-fire of doom and destruction just ripping over the head of Retro. He's still up, could find himself a good angle. There's a Kaiba barrier just to help him out even more. But he's got to be careful because they do have main wall. Nobody playing it actively, but it's still there. Kaysen on the roam with Echo coming up now. Central stairs side. But what do you hear above you? Well, sir, that is just Vapoa the Monty trying to clear drones going out to cover their 6. And the gym pushover is happening. Kaysen retreating back down, continuing just to play these drones and play it smart. And there goes Retro to the window of Boy Kissa. He was almost on an angle, though, out into the parking garage. Now, being a man down, we're going to see Kaysen hopefully make his way back towards site. Comes up main stairs. He has the flank angle. However, they have the flank cams, and Boy Kissa was on it. Aos now trying to watch. Boy Kissa will get on cam just in time to see Kaysen coming up the flank. And it is a full team rotate with Monty going over. Eats some damage, though, but not enough to shut him down. Boy Kissa running over, finding one. Soapy now getting aggressive with the shotgun, surfing out, hitting one, finding another. There's the double pick. Hud's a stud to get Case, and Reapa's finding Pickle. It's now down to Soapy in the 1v3. Set up the ace. Got to win with it. Smoke grenades are in pocket. However, he's got to be careful because he has Hud's a stud over in bedroom. The Monty trying to play aggressive, smoking him off, setting it up. However, he is now blind, flashed out. Here comes the push, and Hud's a stud's right there to shut him down as they manage to pull their first attacking round of the game. But they are still down 5-1 and to shoot the body. Ooh, that's got to be a little bit toxic, right? Good drink of water. And now we see SSG coming out for their attack. Well, what do we see ban? First, Kaid and Ace. Don't be surprised if you see Mira and Thermite, because that's just how these banding sections tend to go. However, I think it's a rather ballsy move to leave the Blitz on, especially right now. Or not the Blitz, the Bandit on right now, because Bandit tricking is so good. Instead, they're going to have to deal with a Mira. However, they don't have a Thermite anymore. So I guess it's all going to come down to, well, how are we going to be playing against this Mira? Are we going to be challenging her? Are we going to bring an Ash to impact her? What will SSG Academy do? And already we see Archives Demons pulling their Mira out of pocket and start using her immediately. Basement setup coming. And what's Aos got? Well, he's got the Boss G ACOG, son. There is nothing better in the world than that thing. I'm just kidding. 95% of the guns in this game will be considered realistically better. But as proven by Gambling Men the last time we seen Gambling Men play, it hits like a truck, and it's a good 50-50 gamble. It's one that's worth that risk. Hitting that smooth one tap is just, oh, so crisp, so clean. Either way, the basement defense is being set up. They don't have anybody currently up now helping Aos out with his roam. And he's leaving that hatch soft. Is he playing for their aggression? Is he hoping the SSG Academy gets overconfident and pushes it? Vapoa now coming up. We see Reapa's playing up on garage stairs, secret stairs. Vapoa playing those main stairs. They're patiently waiting on this push. Retro, our good old Blackbeard, the best shield in the game if you ask around. However, Monty is also highly rated. I just love the aggression style that we see out of most Blackbeard players. Gunshots are ringing out. Hudson Stud gonna be the one hiding back inside of dirt tunnels. Soapy to go down immediately to Reapa's. Not a touch of damage out. and you're already a man down. Not only just a man down, but one of your better gunners out. This is the moment where now you need to rely on your other frag players. Have them get in there and get a little bit active. Here comes Retro now rushing through, making a door for his teammate. A Blackbeard being used as a support? As a rotational operator? Never heard of that. Where's Aost? Still chilling freezer. The hatch? Blown wide open. It looks like they're playing kitchen as more of a positional point and somewhere to actually rotate out of, which this is entirely new to me. As I don't think I've ever seen anybody have balls big enough to use kitchen as your defense point. But Retro runs right past Aost. Aost has good positioning here. This could be some free picks for him if he's not droned. He's more scared of his door. He's got Ram right there. Free pick on this, scary for him. And where does he go? Out of there, damaging Kaysen a little bit, but he does get some damage back to him. I love that idea. I mean, it's a good mentality. It's an odd mentality, but it worked in their favor. As we're down to a minute left, this defense has bought themselves a ton of time and a couple of kills. Now, SSG ACAD needs to find a way to execute from here. Mind you guys, this is playoffs. It is all on the line. It will all come down to how you choose to continue on and play this one. Kaysen going up now, breaking that Mira. And I mean, they don't have a C4 playing it to help him out any. But the fire going out on the Boy Kisser leaves him down to 1. We see Retro now diving in, going for site control, but Vipoa is right there. Smokes, fires, everything everywhere. Kaysen going deep now, going to be challenging out for Hud's a stud. First pick for Kaysen. But Aost with the Boss G to 50-50 and Vipoa to clean it out. As Archives Demons almost gets themselves a flawless defensive victory. Maybe ACAD just wasn't ready for that attack style. But that defense held perfectly. And Aost, once again, Soapy, I feel bad for you. Why are we feeling bad for Soapy? He's 6-5, positive on the K-board, doing good. And we could be a couple rounds off, ending the map 1.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Aost coining the term himself for that playstyle. And honestly, I kind of like it. That's the confidence you gotta have.
Reloading.
With the defensive extension moving over now to the CCTV side, I doubt we're going to see a super hard roam. However, it is always a possibility with these guys. Hud's a stud setting up his cams, going now down to basement. Has one already outside his window, and they're not even trying to chow the building yet. They're just making rotations around, finding spots to play. And Soapy, main wall is his if he wants it. Just got to figure out what he's doing. Oh, he's setting up to play that, make himself a doorway, opening up some holes. It's a good play style. Retro using grenades to clear that utility, not saving them for the bodies as needed. Kaysen going to be ripping open that little construction wall. Hud's a stud, still just playing downstairs. Aost now has got to hold a couple of angles here, which with that SMG is usually pretty easy. You can flip around kind of quick, get some good picks with it. But just might not work out here. There's a lot of pressure that can be applied. They still have Reapas also chilling on that side of the map, holding up on top red stairs. This attack has been moving rather slowly compared to what we've been seeing out of them. I mean, they're just slow walking through. Reapas eats a ton of damage there, down to about 50. Soapy also gets lit, but still up. And Aost almost taking a team kill. Boy Kissa finding Kaysen. And in goes Retro, but Retro is gunned down. Scary to find Boy Kiss, Ios to find Soapy. It is now just Scary and Picklebox, but Scary's up in the 1v. Finds one right on him. A minute left in this round still. All the time in the world. The burning pipe has now exploded. He does not have the diffuser. He has players all around him. Reaper's chilling construction side. Down will go the Vigil. And Reaper's is waiting. No Scary's nearby. Scary, pistol out. Trying to find the wall bang. But no damage being laid for some reason. And HUD's a stud. Getting the C4 below. I hate to agree with you. But that should have hit him, I think. I mean, it was really close. I think he gets that kill. He gets out of there before the C4 hits. And we have a chance for a clutch there from Scary. SSG ACAD losing a couple of their attacking rounds here to start, which not the cleanest so far.
Attackers need to locate and defuse the bomb.
Their defenses were almost flawless. Their attacks, well, could use not use work. They're attacking really good, but I think they're just playing around a little bit. I don't blame them. They're having a little bit of fun. We see Retro with there though early with that Blackbeard, almost fast with it, and doing that just left them exposed to, well, the push over from construction. They had nobody on con. Just let it go.
Camera feed up.
Ooh, that Valk could be pretty sick there. HUD's a stud once again, hitting the hard roam here. Eos has the mirror. Will he get the mirror trick? Manages to freeze it. Mirror trick engaged, and they lose one of their hard breach gadgets. May lose the other one here. If the call is being made that, hey, there's one there. They'll pop it too. Both hard breach gadgets now gone. Those hard breach tools are very, very valuable, so losing them early on really, really sucks. They really don't have any more hard breach on board either, but Reaper's gonna find Retro as well, just to make it a little bit harder. Your shield is now off the board. And whatever will they do? Well, HUD's a stud, gonna be chilling an oil pit. And Picklebox has bottom garage, going for the fire out on Reaper's, dealing some damage, but he still has some room for safety. A C4 is ripped down below, just misses. A quick peek up from Reaper's, not to hit, but very close. HUD's a stud, eats loads of damage. C4s are just being whipped down at him. Reaper's finding Scary. Hard pick to lose. Reaper's finds Picklebox as well as Kaysen takes down Vapoa. And then as Reaper's up to a 3K, Kaysen playing down below. Soapy now trying to make his way around, finding somewhere to poke and prod and maybe attack. HUD's a stud will go down to Kaysen, who was tasked with go and clear him. And he did a very, very good job at that. But now they're waiting. They know Kaysen is somewhere to be found and somewhere to be played with. And you know they want to hit him from these red stairs, from that garage angle. You know he's going to peek something. Soapy trying to maybe get a bit of a quick peek there as the flashbang goes out. Kaysen pulls himself to the 3K. Down will go Reaper's. His reign of terror is over. No more souls to reap. Smoke canisters going the distance here. And that is both of those windows, by the way, I believe are popped. Or no, one of them is popped. And Kaysen is hoping to exploit that with this distance in the ACOG that he has. And it is a good power position where he's playing. Not as much cover as what most people would like, but the DMR or the ACOG makes it that much better. The only thing better than that may have been a DMR. Eos still just waiting for this garage puck. Boy Kissa setting up for it as well. Kaysen throwing his drone to maybe hit a bit of a bait. Runs straight in, straight past the mirror. The call out was there. Soapy reacted, but Boy Kissa was able to get the swing in before he could kill him. Oh, there may be a... if I'm on the SSG ACAD team, I'm yelling just a little bit about the ratting. But I mean, that's just me. Capital and Mira now both gone. Capital is honestly a great band that many people will overlook until you sit there and actually think about it a bit. I mean, Capital is good for clearing those top rafters. Capital is good for just relocating players, plus the heart breach or whatever other tools you need. And a decent enough AR that he is a capable gunner when you have to. Nothing beats a good Capital player. And we see a bit of an odd setup right now as Kaysen's bringing out a Glaz. I mean, it's a play, that's for certain.
Securing the floor.
Reloading.
Reinforcing the floor.
Alrighty, we're back now. Let's take a look at this downstairs defense. What are we rocking with? What are we dealing with? Aggressive feet hole setup. Nothing set up for church wall there coming down the stairs. And they've got the rotating feet hole set up for blue. There comes in the reinforcement. Ayo's gonna be up on a roam. Let's hope that these guys know to look for and watch for a cheeky Aos play. And Kaysen? Well, he's still gonna bring the Glaz. I thought for sure we'd watch a 6-pick happen there. Glaz is an operator of all time for this setup. But he may be going up to try and chow against Aos, and I really wouldn't blame him. I mean, they're both good players, both playing very well today. You need to start maybe tasking a guy with, hey, find him, track him down, and just be an annoyance and kill him. Wall's coming open, though, now for Dirt. I believe I heard that was the kitchen wall, or hatch coming open. The vertical is in control of this attacking team, except for the fact that Aos and HUD are both playing upstairs above it, which may put you into a kill box unless you hard push through this dirt. And with the cams that are coming out, the fact that you have a Glaz kind of makes me believe that we may see an aggressive take through here. But Vipoa is ready with a angle and a half behind these AK racks. Coverage being provided by that. And there's Aos to find Scary, but Retro to find Aos. This is zombie barricade here is working wonders for Vipoa, and he still has a chow angle if needed to push out. And there's the smokes. Casey gonna rip apart that barricade. Retro running down into some fire. I believe Vipoa with a head tap. Reapa's finding one. Pickle up to his second kill of the game as Boy Kissa goes down. Retro is down and out. Is now down to Pickle in a 1v3, but Vipoa is there, and like a viper, Vipoa strikes. Ooh, wallbang too. Looks like there is a timeout, a pause of some sort. Tac timeout called by SSG ACAD. This may be a screw the mental on right and let's get it going. Or, well, let me go check Discord. I don't know, I don't have it pulled up right now. But there is a little bit of a break here. This needs to be a little bit of a reassessment of a, hey, get your heads on straight. We can do this. Q3, 5-1 lead, by the way. This would be a bad one to lose. This would be bad to just toss, not gonna lie. Yeah, could be a bad one. If it is tossed away, that'd be a hard loss to come back from a 5-1 lead to maybe give a perfect, flawless defense to these guys. SSG ACAD needs to maybe lock it in these last two. And Aos is doing everything he can to try and mental chalk these guys. Yeah, that needs to be that moment of, hey guys, here's what we're doing wrong. Here's what we need to fix. Let's fix it. Let's attack right. we now get up here into gym bedroom, which is usually one of the easier sites to attack for most of the attacking teams. It is hard to defend because there are so many immediate access points outside. The almost whole site can be controlled just by a couple of windows and a couple of walls. But the drone economy is already being burnt as they're down by 2. And I'm really excited to see how Vapoa sets these Denaris up. Like I said, a good Denari can really change rounds around. The main wall is going to remain untouched. But thankfully, Vapoa will get over there and start trying to set up. Kaysen not going to be able to get there quick enough to lay any damage out onto the guy reinforcing. Could have been a good one if they got that off. But there's Picklebox with the immediate kill onto Hud's a stud. A nice headshot, and down goes your mute. That's a C4 also lost, mind you. And that's a stud that just donated to a homeless shelter. I feel bad laughing at that, but Picklebox has been off to a very, very rough start to tonight. Hopefully able to pick it up a little bit more. Reapa's eating some damage here at the top red stairs. Maybe a foot shot, I think. This attack is already moving in. We have Picklebox has stockroom control. Retro is already top floor of garage. Reapa's gonna go for the jump out here. Able to get there just in time to find the back of Soapy, but not enough to get the kill on him. And Picklebox is now moving up, trying to see what he can find, but Reapa's is already gone just there reaping. Retro now trying to move forward to make some plays. Grenade going out, getting rid of these Denari traps. I believe a round just ripped past from Soapy that almost team killed his guy. Picklebox up to 2 as Reapa's goes down. And a cheeky pre-fire there through the floor, hoping to maybe find somebody in a normal position to hold. But they're droning out. He finds the fire. Retro, good grenade to destroy utility. And try and make a spot to clear for. That is now diffuser in hand. Boy Kissa has got to go down. He has the C4 in pocket. Vapoa to find Picklebox. Down goes Aos as he runs right at him. Boy Kissa is down, but manages to get back up again. And he has no way to deny except a C4 below. Rips it, grips it, lets it fly. Not able to find nothing. Panther is down. Father Time is now for the attackers. It is a 1v4 with Soapy having the best angle in the world off the side of that Kaiba barrier. Or Kiba, not Kaiba, Kiba. SSG ACAD now up on a match point. Will we see full overtime for map 1? If that's the case, will we see it for map 2 and 3? I mean, I'm kind of hoping not, but man, it would be one heck of a thing, wouldn't it?
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Reloading.
Destroy the wall!
Alright.
Connection established.
Picklebox going. Hud, I appreciate the scraps, much needed. I love when they're having a little bit of fun with one another in the chat. Aos once again breaking out the Boss G ACAD. For the first time, I think all night, we're finally seeing a castle be played. I mean, this is an odd one. Usually castle is like a main player, a ban at times. But the extension over now for CC Control. They are set up for gym bedroom. They did just lose this site. Most people would, or most, you know, ideologies would dictate you go over to the other side of the map. But instead, we have Reapa's playing ultra aggressive up here at top garage, taken down by Kaysen as he goes for the rotate. Early pick and lead for the attackers. And there's the wall starting to come open, but Boy Kissa is there to deny it. And all these castle barricades are being immediately removed by Scary. The man, the myth, the legend. Pickleblock's gonna say, hey, maybe I can go after Aos now too. I just took down Hud last round. Got myself a couple good kills. Retro, our shield main, moving up, trying to make himself a kill hole here. Not able to find it. Castle finding a nice angle, but not able to do much off it. And come the bees. Boy Kissa eats a ton of damage as he rotates to bedroom. In an early fight over here, I believe we hear Picklebox just eating some damage off that barbed wire. But Kaysen with the drone work, trying to spot it out and give himself some advantage to now swing through. I think he is just missing an angle. No, there's a shield there protecting Boy Kissa. Okay. But cams are now taken. Scary is up. Has the rifle in hand. Does not land anything on him yet. But he eats a ton of damage. And that is Hud's stud right where I thought he'd be. I thought that's what I had seen. Cheeky hideaway angle. Keeps him hidden and it keeps coverage over that rotate in. Ayo's covering that Logi hatch drop. These attackers have got to make a little bit of a push off of one another. The MP impact in, but Picklebox just letting the recoil fly. Scary's able to find Hud. Retro survives the C4. And, ooh, it kills Soapy though. All the grenades and impacts as Boy Kissa takes Retro down. Kaysen to find Vippa. Down goes Boy Kissa to Scary. And Picklebox is in for Aost. As SSG Academy pick out map 1. Picklebox with a comeback of the KD. Bringing himself up to 5-9. But Kaysen there resting at the top of the scoreboard for a great map 1 as SSG Academy pull ahead in this series. We do have more games right after this, everybody. So we will be right back as soon as we get into it. That was one insane play. Just give us 2 seconds and we'll be into the match. Let me just go make sure that this thing is all updated. Bracket, put a cat up one, save. And what's some key highlights from that last map? Just some stellar plays overall. We're prepping up now to move into Nighthaven Labs. SSG's taking the attack first on this one. HUD's a stud and co. Going to be locking in their defenses. Let's see if we're going to see some more perfect defender setups, or if it's all going to be about that playstyle of the attack, you know? I mean, I want to see some attack pace set. Last one, the defense just had overall control the whole time. The attacks just couldn't get the balls rolling very often. But from what we did see, they were the attack rounds that were won in a good fight, in a quick shots. But the defenses, it was just a masterclass on both ends of the ball here. Everybody gunning out, everybody doing good. I love it. It's what we're here to play Siege for. It's what makes this game great. Let's see. No new messages. Nothing in the game chat. We're just, I believe, waiting on people to get their moss set up. And then we'll be ready to rock and roll. As HUD says they are ready to go, let's take a look in Nighthaven Labs. We're in as the band phase commences, and there goes the Kaid and the Thermite. I mean, pretty much a tell game. Maybe gonna watch a Mira go here, expect the Ace band as well. Instead, the double electricity once again for SSG's ACAD team. Getting rid of the annoying things to deal with. Now, you don't have to worry as much about having to bring somebody with EMPs. Retro, still locking that shield main roll in early, bringing a blitz out. Now, we know he gets gunny on operators like this. Able to just sneak his way through and then just become a freight train with it later on. The defense, well, a zombie on board, Mira on board, HUD's a stud on that Denari, not to mention an Ella and the Malusi. My guy, they're going to be able to buy like 3 hours worth of time just off of these denial ops. Just area. Don't let them touch, don't let them near. But Zonky may have reinforced that wrong wall. Typically, when you see a mirror, a lot of people like to maybe play on that wall with it. But I don't hate it. I like the idea of it, especially if I see the mirrors played over there. We've seen earlier today, even in the SAL LCQs, I believe a mirror trick was held in pocket for super late in the game.
Ella, you can't work on an art candidate like this for all time.
Reinforce the wall.
And Zonky, he is now subbing in. Let's see what Zonky Donkey Mr. Man can do. Picklebox with a lot of trust being instilled in him. Bringing out the Ash. Hopefully gonna get active and gunny with it early on. But they do have a mirror to deal with, and he is honestly the perfect operator to do it. Kason sets out the hard breach now. That's going to get you connector wall. That's going to open up the world. Grenades going in to clear out where Malusi's playing. Retro still just holding back. He has the angle. Things could go his way. But so far, don't look like they might. Let me go update this. I thought I already did. And here comes all the flashbangs. In goes Scary, eating the Elamine, but that's what his own flash was for. Vipoa eating some damage off the ARX, and that thing hits like a freight train. Down goes the Malusi as E-Box is now in their control. No C4s on board. They only have impacts to play with. However, the impact down below puts him into a bit of a trap here as he's swung on, but he gets the kill. Scary's still up and able to dominate. Vipoa down. Now what will they pull here? As Blackbeard was a blitz, now moves forward. Trying to take some control, breaching through, making the push, finding the backside of HUD's a stud. Picklebox rotating in now to help out. Soapy's going in and getting aggressive. Finds the pick there on Arepas. Zolky is up into the 1v4, finding two. Planter is going down. But he has some safety and shelter back where he's at. That was a fast-paced, good execute there from the SSG ACAD roster. Down to one man in a dream here on Ella. But we look, there goes Picklebox to play it down below. The Nomad traps could be annoying here. Not as many of them left as there were before a moment ago. And now, here's the aggression that we need to see. It is ripped open though. The Blackbeard gonna be playing his body like a mirror. Popping that fire. Might trap him in. Just going for the feet damage. Not able to hit it. Running away. Retro not making the unshield attempt. He knows he's safe. He knows that they can't win. Zonky can do nothing more but boost his KD up to a 3K on this round. Not able to find a fourth as Scary shuts him down. Scary and Zonky both starting out with 3 kills on this. But SSG ACAD gets that early lead, just like they had in map 1. But we've seen it kind of flunder fast. Maybe now they have their footing under them. Yeah, SSG won map 1. I updated the overlay a second ago. Yep, you guys are good.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Now the basement defense coming out. Hud's a stud, gonna be the man locking it in here on the Vigil. I'm hoping to see an ACOG on his shoddy here in a moment. But I get a feeling Hud the stud may not gamble the way that we seen the AO's playing earlier. That were the way that Gambling Men runs their setups on defense. I love to see it. I like those big 50-50 guns. Either you hit and you win or you don't and oh well. You can then just say, well, I had a shotgun. What do you expect? However, me, I'm just not good enough to control the recoil on the SMG. So my teammates tend to get mad when they see me pull out a Vigil. Making jokes to myself because nobody's listening. Huh. Bjorn, I know you were born today and you're celebrating your birthday, man. But I miss you in the booth already. It's only been an hour and a half, but I miss you in the booth with me. Retro getting the early fry. Vapoa down. There goes your Goyo. Reapa's in some position to maybe find one though. Out onto Kaysen. The DMR versus the SMG at this range is not too good for the defense. There's the Boss G ACOG like we were hoping for. Burst a round into a drone. Forces him to reload. Let's say if he continues to peak after that, I would have some serious questions on his mental health. But all the drones are coming in. Scary's getting aggressive, going through with that ram. They do have HUD though, who's still controlling that CC waterfall side. Control coming over into CC. He's got players there. They have that upstairs. But there's a wall bang for Soapy off the pings. Smart drone work for their team. But they see Zonky on the Mozzie. The collapse is coming as Picklebox moves down quick. He's got Soapy with him. They're playing a bit of a crosser here. And Scary, well, he's up to watch flank. And Hudson Stud says, buy a lottery ticket. I don't blame him. Reapa's moving and making his way upstairs. He retakes all their vertical, has the control back, but into a 3v5, you leave sight almost open and free. And Retro, just the gun not up in time to find that kill down on the Boy Kisser. But Scary will cost dearly from him. And there's Soapy to find Zonky. Reapa's on that vertical retake, able to find Retro, dropping him down. The vert is his. He controls it. He has a good setup here. And Kaysen is coming up for the clear. Sees the punch holes. His teammate calls those are me. And if he slowly walks up, he may be able to see the head of Reapa's. However, if I'm Reapa's, I'm paying a lot of attention to my side. The phone call is coming out. Kaysen is moving up. And down will go Reapa's on the flank. And now Boy Kissa's left into the 1v3. Down on site, taking the fight. Forced out by Picklebox. And Pickle finds a kill. I swear we need to start doing a shot every time that man gets a kill. We would be feeling pretty good right now. Not hammered like if it was Soapy or Kaysen, but definitely feeling something. While we're here, we're going to give a massive shout out to Outlast for bringing me out to cats tonight. You guys truly are Great
Attackers need
people.
to locate and defuse as many bombs as they
Have the best teams. They always put on the best show. And it is just a ton of fun. But as for now, how this defense is setting up, well, let's see where they're at. They chose to go first floor down into storage and I believe, what do they even try to call this room? Like control room? It's such a one-off site, most teams won't pick it or play it, but we have seen a rise of it lately, especially in some other regions. So maybe this one's going to be a new thing to feed the boards. Reapa's going to be playing upstairs. They have Zonky up there with him. I know a vertical is a big piece of control for how you hold this map. Let's hope they're able to keep it locked in and controlled to go through the rest of this one. But HUD the Stud is playing as our smoke. Off to a bit of a slow start, so is Vipoa. Two of our better gunners on that last map. The vert is being made by the defense, so they have head angles down. They're going to control upstairs. And Retro is on that Blackbeard once again. Windows are all just coming open. Shots are just ringing out. They're trying to apply all that phantom pressure. Which, honestly, that's your best bet for making a good attack style. Is just pressure, pressure, pressure. You don't even have to aggress it. But here comes Scary already going in, trying to find one. Flip it over. It's Vipoa that's being pushed. And he pulls a shotgun to hold close. And Retro, right there with the grenade on the Blackbeard, hurts him, blows the fire. Now he's trapped by the open wall, trapped by the doorway. If only that fire didn't go off, we would have seen Retro rushing in to assist. And HUD's a Stud going to be taking damage from the long angle. Reapa's finding a little bit of damage as well. And Vipoa going for the quick sprint around, straight into where Picklebox is. And the C4 out does not lay any damage onto our Blackbeard. And somehow, Vipoa makes it out with his life. Just barely. I mean, that man should not have survived that. But Boy Kissa, there for a cheeky little quick tap onto Soapy, gunning him down, putting SSG ACAD down immediately in life count. And they still have yet to gain access to the building. The defense, full force moving up, except Boy Kissa, who's going to continue on playing aggressive down here. Gets the shotgun into the backside of Retro. And we see Scary just wasn't in position yet to help out. Kaysen will find Reapa's. Boy Kissa's up to a 3K. But here comes Kaysen, trying to walk him down. And Picklebox will find Vipoa, making it at least a 2v3 for him and his team. But Kaysen almost in control here. Makes the sound cue, baits him over. Picklebox has some setup there. HUD's a Stud is playing close with a shotty. And Kaysen says, just keep holding that angle. Let me see what I can find. There goes the push over for a cam. They have these defender cams now unlocked. Kaysen with the swing up to a double on this round. Picklebox will go down, so it's going to have to be a 4K to clean it out. He's got the fuser. He's got sight. He just has to maybe get in there, sneak himself into a corner, in which he will. HUD can hear it, find some damage through the floor. And Boy Kissa, nowhere to be found. Kaysen going to take him with a pistol, almost. And now have to stick the plant. Here comes Boy Kissa, but HUD's a Stud from above, giving Demons their first defensive victory of Map 2. What an angle to play at. I wonder why my Discord keeps popping.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Swapping mags.
So we move in to an upstairs defense. What will we be bringing? Well, this time a clash. We see the Fenrir. Pretty much a total 180 flip on the head for the defensive setup, except they still have Mira on pocket. We did see a zombie and Dokubi go after that last round, which I don't blame him. That Dokubi was dead to late. And I mean, a zombie? Yeah, she needs to be an instant ban at all times. Miras are easy to deal with if you just take a second and breathe. Back in the day, I could agree with you. She was broken. Nowadays, she's just simple to clear. If you can reach her Mira, that is. Pickle blocks once again, locking it in on Ash. We've seen him get a couple kills earlier in the game with it. And Retro, our designated shield, has everything at his disposal. They didn't get rid of one shield operator on him. And Scary is trying to make the play here, coming forward to get into this E-box. However, there is a lot to hold it. And a C4 out from Hudza Stud to find the opening pick of the round. And still one more C4 in pocket, and that one is on Zonky. Zonky is waiting for this wall to breach open, for the push to happen and come through. Soapy is waiting, though, right there, laying, praying, hoping that the swing comes his way. Because he has the angle, he has the gun, he has the sights. Let's see if the Mira will take the push and take the bait. So we're going to see a grenade go. C4 comes out. Both grenades whipped. Pickle blocks, eats a ton of damage. Reapers finds him, however, Retro and Kaysen able to get in there and get some kills. Soapy to go down to Boykissa. Kaysen down to a shotgun. Now Retro drops his shield and pulls the rifle. Finds that kill on the Hudza Stud. Waiting for the clash to peak, and Vipoa with a quick peek to give Archive Demons the tie up on map 2 against SSG Academy. Man, I like that clash play. I like how people, though, now know when on Blackbeard, drop the shield. Something not a lot of people think about.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So we're now moving down into the basement hold here. Nighthaven Labs, it's such a good map. There's a lot of different ways to play it, different holds that can happen everywhere. And every site is viable as proven earlier. Nighthaven Labs is, by the way, the map pick of SSG Academy. Now typically, when picking a map, you pick something that you are good at attacking. Because every map you can be good at defending. Every map, everybody should be good at defending. But your attacks are what make a map special. So to see them pick this map, then be handed attack first by Demons, let's hope that they're able to pull some more rounds in their favor, or at least bring this one to a 3-3 split if they want to put this game away tonight. However, for the side of Archive Demons, you're just sitting there going, man, our defenses are pretty solid right now. We definitely locked it in after the first 2 rounds. Let's see what else we can pull. And so far, these off-site roams have been working stupendously for this defending team. An odd round out there from Reapers, but understandable. It gives them some bait, some pull, some control. And they are very, very off-site with this one, with only Boykissa playing down in sight. They do have quick rotates if needed, but still. A hard power in from like Retro on the blitz, or you know, somebody on this attacking team could change things around tremendously. Instead, they're all holding angles, all waiting on roofs, all waiting for someone to make the IGL call of what we're gonna change and do here. And here comes the blitz now, setting up the push down for for basement control. And that may just be the play. However, what you have to fight against is Hud the Stud up here. He has the angle. You need to clear out storage before you can even push forward. And Kaysen being aggressive now, he's got 2 people to tango with. And he's got to clear it out if he wants to be able to help his team. Put some fire down right there for Reapers. Reapers just runs across, fed to Soapy, who finds the good kill there. And now's the vert push as they made the call. They made the smart choice. Retro now going to be maybe pushing down basement with that blitz. I wouldn't mind it. Get your shields in and get control. They have some hatches. They have some plays. They have everybody set up. Here comes blitz to be rushing in. Maybe going to play at the default here. But again, HUD the stud still needs to be taken out. But he may be safe. Never mind. This shield on his back just doesn't pull up high enough. And now you lose your blitz. Diffuser's down in their favor. Kaysen is being aggressed out by Mozzie. Zolki goes down. HUD the stud will go down as well. Pickle Block's able to finish that kill up. Vipoa, though, finding Kaysen. Still vertical, in control of the defense. Boykissa downstairs has some map control. Boykissa to find Soapy. It's down to Scary and Pickle Blocks to see what they can find. Pickle Blocks swinging in, waiting, hoping, praying. Grenade out. Vipoa walks right through it. The grenade lands far back. He pulls the shotgun. He wants to get close. Gets the kill. Scary going for the plant now. C4 out from Boykissa. It does not land. And Scary has got to start planting right now. As Picklebox is moving down to assist him, he'll go down. He has the Fuser now in control. The Mira playing aggressive. Shotgun out, but Mira clutches it for the Demon team. What a play. If you're on the side of Archive Demons, you're just hoping they can close this one up 4-2. Keep the split in their favor. And maybe walk away with a good one.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Now bring it back to that mid floor. We've seen Archive Demons win this one out, but it was a close one and it was a clutch one to do so. Don't know if they're going to be able to pull it though in their favor once again. Scary is bringing out the Glaz though. Kaysen bringing the Yang. We see Retro bring out the knock. It's a full team swap around as Pickle's now going to be the shield. And Soapy playing for some intel. All right. The wall coming open upstairs. Retro is already pushing in. They do have players upstairs that you got to deal with getting Reapas and HUD's a stud out of where they're at with Vipoa up there as well. They have this upstairs locked up pretty well. And Boykissa, with that Warden, is a perfect counter for the type of play that we see these SSG guys wanting to go for. What could be the sub for a rush execute as Retro now slowly makes his way up, sends out the lion skin, takes some control, knows he's got one right next to him though. Decides maybe to back off a little bit. Reapas will find Soapy with that first pick. Scary going down through the smoke. Kaysen, low HP, taken down as well. And it's now Pickle Blocks and Retro into a 2v5 against a well-executed defense so far. And Goyo Zonki's able to find him now as Pickle Blocks up for his first clutch ace of the night if he can manage it. Has them all collapsing on him. He's playing as the Blitz. C4s are out everywhere. People all around him. Down will go Fenrir, but Boykiss is there to shut him down. Archive Demons managed to pull their half 4-2 in their favor. Now, a next set of bands. What is it? Well, it's Thermite and Valkyrie. Following that in there? I'm expecting an ace band. That just seems too normal for this map, though. The Valkyrie's a bit of an odd one, but intel is king. This is a very C4 heavy map, a lot of soft floors, a lot of floor bang ability. Ace and Mira go. That's a lot of intel now pulled off the side of SSG Academy. We see this is their map pick. Maybe they're just going to rock out on defense. Retro, once again, maining the shields. Hopefully able to pull some good stuff with it.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Banshee's deployed.
Well, starting out with the upstairs defense. Rotates being made. Everything's being set up. It's a pretty normal defense round so far. Looks like I will be having to leave right after the end of this map, though, as something has came up on my end. A little bit of technical difficulties, if you will. So when this map ends, ladies and gentlemen, the stream will be done. I will be probably posting on Twitter at the end of the game after I know who wins. Just letting y'all know. Unless SSG takes the map, then we'll, you know. Y'all will know how it goes. I like the idea of bringing the Flores here. He's good utility, clears out a lot of these defender gadgets, you know. Fenrir's can go, the Goyos can go, the Malusis, the Azamis, honestly everything can go, including that clash shield, if you can time it up right. HUD's a stud, burning the walls out though. Because who needs a thermite when you have a Maverick and the wall is now taken in free for him? Kill holes being made now in the hard wall. Something easy to peek with an AR or a DMR. And we see the aggression coming for Vipoa. Boykiss is already in for connector. The push forwards are being made. There goes the one Malusi gadget. And so far, though, a lot of time still on board, but a lot of it has been bought by this defense so far. The Clash is going to be coming in, putting in some key work here shortly. And all this is just giving the Azamis more times to build up. I love having that kind of active utility operator where you need to live to be useful. Goyo is good and all. You love him. He's great. You love deployable shields. But the Azamis, they're just a little bit better. Place them wherever, whenever. Build them up as you play the map. And they are instant quick place. But the Clash shield is placed. And Retro is just begging for a little bit of help there. But Vipoa with the quick angle finds the Clash. She's off board. Shield is now going. Well, it's still there, but it's not electrified. And they're just standing there chilling with it. Scary eating some damage. Reapa's taking a little bit as well. But there goes Pickle Blocks. Scary gonna be swing peeking through on the crouch to find Zalki, but Boykissa gets soapy. Scary will go down. It's up to Kaysen for the 1v4. He's on the flank angle coming up behind. I don't think they have any idea where he is, as they are more focused on trying to clear out that CCTV side, thinking he may be playing close, hiding close. Casing gets one. Casing gets almost two, but taken down by Reapas. Man, this map is definitely going in the favor of Archive Demons. Not many people thought it would. However, that last map we seen, it was a 1-5, and it turns out we almost pulled OT on it. Maybe this one will play the same.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
There we go. Once again, the upstairs defense is coming underway. Let's see what they're able to set up and do. Hopefully some big things off of this one. Pretty much the exact same operator lineup, except they do lose the Azami and opt instead to bring out the Mute. They have a C4 in pocket that way. Just a little bit less cover, which really, I mean, those zombie barricades really were great for that round. However, a lot of them just got shot down really, really quick.
Before insertion. 5 seconds left before insertion.
boy, I might not even be able to finish this map out. HUD's a stud bringing out the reward. This is a rare operator to see, but good for after what just happened with Kaysen being able to get and find the flank very quick. This should be able to shut him down. They do get the wall breach open. No need for the Maverick this time. And the push is underway. Or at least they're starting to get the phantom pressures up. Soapy and Pickle both holding up in the rafters warehouse. And a smart play from Pickle there of, hey, let me just flip this to make it so that my boys can easily hear him coming. Retro, though, getting aggressive with the Clash Shield, moving it out now into Connector. I thought for sure we were going to see him try and play. Instead, he's setting up about how we did on this last one. This attack team a little bit slower coming into the building than they were last round, but it doesn't change much. It's about the same pacing. Set up, prep up, execute. Glaz on table to make that maybe a little bit easier towards the end of the round. And there's a lot of utility here that still needs to be used. All reward is in pocket. The bees are all in pocket. And Glaz still has all of his smokes. But that's to say much. We do see Soapy sitting on 5 key barriers. I didn't think they brought these on me. I guess they did. I just wasn't paying attention.
Keep us strikes true. Barrier deployed. Try to get through that.
But there is Scary with his C4 out, finding Boy Kissa. A great pick to take, not mind you, because, well, Boy Kissa has been absolutely insane so far on this map. And there's Vipoa with the angle on the Glaz. Scary, though, the shotgun, finding one. Zalki eating some damage, taken out by Scary for another, who's up to a 3K on this round. Baiting, praying another one comes to rush him. And Vipoa goes running in, trying to take control of that IT. HUD's a stud, locking his side down. Giving Vipoa the angles that he wants. However, with Soapy moved up close on this barricade, Vipoa could get punished for it. Smokes are coming out. Vipoa is popping that other one. Chilling behind what cover he does have, but with 15 seconds left, SSG needs to execute. Vipoa stands still. Soapy gets the double kill on HUD's a stud and Vipoa. Quick flick angles, finding one, finding the other. And it looks like Vipoa may have just stuttered or lagged there. Either way, SSG are going to take full advantage of that and bring it up another round. Oh, let me just roll over here and plug my phone in because I'm going to need it tonight.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So now SSG going to this mid floor, setting up for the storage, I believe control room setup. Yeah, storage control. They're going to be bringing the vertical, playing it upstairs. Retro is the man setting her up. Soapy just chilling out here doing some barricades. It's a good idea. Just wood barricade. What you're not actually going to play, barricade it. Unless you plan to rotate around a little bit. But those barricades, as an attacker, they're just an annoyance. And it buys you an extra 3 or 4 seconds. Let them sit there and punch barricades for a little bit. You give yourself a sound cue. You give them an annoyance in their way. That's one thing we don't see many players take advantage of as much. And we see it a little bit here and there in Pro League. But I mean, to me, it's one of the biggest tactical advantages you can give yourself is an early warning system. Reapa's already going in, taking control of kitchen. See what I was saying just a second ago about these wood barricades and how absolute and powerful they are? Because now Reapa's has to make a decision. Do you want to punch through 2 of them? Or do you want to try and find an angle through this wall, hold it? But Soapy's right there. Soapy could punish. If Soapy knew he was there, Soapy would punish. But Reapa's gets away with it. Man, Soapy doesn't know. And that could be something that comes back to bite them later on. Walls now coming open for the side of Demons as they start ripping apart. I believe that was the IT walls. Reapa's still chilling, cafeteria waiting. We see her rotate over across. I believe that was Picklebox, who's playing down in storage right now. Seems like they may be prepping out and execute to come in here soon. Bees are coming in. Phone calls are coming out. Retro will go down. There's the angle we were talking about. We knew about. Reapa's going to finish him off. And there goes Boy Kissa down to Pickle Box almost immediately. The vertical is punishing from, I believe, that is down below in assembly. They have nobody in basement. Giving up control of storage. Pickle Box will go down. Scary's found by Vipoa. Now Kaysen moving upstairs, finds one up top, and now has regained control of the upstairs. But with all the smokes, everything going on, Hudson Stud's going to try and stick this plant in. He may just get away with it as Kaysen's not able to find the angle. Hudson Stud could get away cleanly here as well. And with that plant down, nobody playing windows, no coverage there. Kaysen just waiting upstairs, hoping that they'll come over. Sophie has got to be the man for this retake here. Coming around, he has it. Right there, could maybe go for a quiet one. But they bait the start of it just to find out where everyone's at. Kaysen gets one pick. There's one on the other side of the softball here. But as we move down to 14 seconds, Hudson Stud has got to be removed from his position. The fire there is going to hurt. Kaysen runs up, sprints up, finds the down onto Hudson Stud for Soapy, but Reapas is there to give Archive Demons the 6-3 in the split, or 6-3 for the match point. That was quite the play. Now the bans, I mean, who do you get rid of here? Realistically, who's annoying? They choose Grim and a zombie. The Grim was pretty big on that execute. They used him a couple of rounds. But I don't know, man. I almost thought a Capital ban. That seemed more likely at the time. Seeing as how a Capital was what just costed that round. The smokes, the fires, everything was all Capital.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Now SSG ACAD on by a breath here for map 2. Still have that one map advantage right now. They won the first one in a 7-5 victory. But Archive Demons could pull out a stellar win. So, with it being a basement setup, of course that means you gotta roam all 3 floors. We have a castle coming out with it. Goyo, Malusi, Ella, and the good old Warden. A lot of gunpowder on this play, but also the utility is kind of nutty. But the attack, this is where things get a little bit interesting. Capital, the utility machine that he is, the Gone 6, the can openers, the fires and the smokes. This man is a one-man Swiss Army knife. We got Boy Kissa once again being the designated Thatcher main for his team. Reapa's playing over here as the Doke Heavy. Vipoa on Ram, and of course Zonky playing our good old-fashioned recruit, droning in, finding where they're at. Reapa's going to be going to clear this upstairs quick and early. Vipoa eating some damage now because of the barbed wire. But they are starting to execute towards backing Pickle blocks in Kaysen up almost immediately down into the first floor. Pickle is just hanging on Kaysen 6, hoping to maybe set up for a double angle or a double swing or even just a refrag if needed, but gives him up as Kaysen now makes his way to cafeteria. And it looks like he's just dropping basement, making the safe, smart play at the time. Why is that? Because, well, Zonky's already in Animus. I mean, if he had Diffuser, he could have some good control here. Boy Kissa trying to get out into the control room. Reapa's doing everything he can to dominate this vertical right now, as he is receiving ping after ping after ping, and not one of them so far has landed right. But the first floor vertical is now being ripped open by that ram. Ella the Kaysen still chilling upstairs. Soapy up in there holding into cargo. These two have got to maybe either work together or create a sort of pincer in a pinch. Force them to push you, force them to play you. But it's going to be hard for it. And Soapy will go down. Good pick there from Boykiss. However, Retro is there to find Zonky. Kaysen coming up behind for Boykiss. Like, down he goes. It's a 1v3 upstairs for Kaysen. But he still has 3 teammates down below playing C4s in pocket for Scary and impacts for Pickle and Retro. Those impacts could become deadly. Kaysen goes for the swing. Scary there for the C4 on the Reapas. 3v2. Down comes Hud's Stud trying to play into Animus. The walkthrough by Vipoa goes down as Retro swings the 2Ks. SSG ACAD tries to claw their way back into this game. Alrighty, guys. I'm trying to stick it out throughout the rest of this map. I just don't think I can. And I'm thinking, sadly, though, due to some outside circumstances, we are probably going to be calling it here. Hate to say it, but a little bit of technical difficulties, guys, has caught up to me. SSG ACAD are down. I know Archive Demons are on the comeback. I wish we could stay here till the end of it, but I got to end the stream now. I'm sorry, y'all. Hope you have a good one. I'll keep you guys updated on who wins this.